Today I'm going to be changing the oil in my 2025 Buick Encore GX all-wheel drive. It's got the 1.3 liter engine in it. I bought this about 4 weeks ago as a replacement for my 2006 Lexus GX 470. I'd had it about a year. I just didn't find the seat super comfortable for being 6'1", and I spent like 6 months chasing coolant leaks. I'd fix one little tiny coolant leak and then spend another 4 weeks trying to find another one. But I wound up getting this one in Fayetteville from Superior Buick for $22.50. It's a sport touring trim with, let's see, it's got the comfort package, so it's got heated seats, heated steering wheel, that kind of stuff, and then it's got the technology package, so it's got adaptive cruise, those types of things. Thought for $22.50 it was a pretty good price for something I could just hop in and drive to work every morning. I've got plenty of other car projects here that have been languishing while I've been tracking down the little nibbly bits in the Lexus that I had. So to do this, you're going to need your oil of choice. It needs to be Dexos 1 compliant. I get this Pennzoil at Sam's Club. It's $5 a quart, I think. So this whole oil change will cost me under $35. So you got an AC Delco filter from O'Reilly's this morning. You can get them a little less expensive at Walmart. I just didn't feel like going into Walmart. You'll need a 7mm socket to remove the little place on the splash shield, and then you'll need a 3/4 inch extension to get the drain plug out. And then I got a couple of different oil filter wrenches to work on this. Well, to see if they work. If not, I'll have to. I have a cup one that goes around the end of the filter, which you'll see would be a lot better, and I can't find it. So there's a 7mm bolt here, here, and here. And once those are removed, you can just remove the splash shield. My wife's Pacifica has a little turn knob, and I kind of like that, except it's starting to get stiff, so maybe the bolts are a better solution for that. So you'll see you have an oil filter here, and then right here you have a 3/8 in for a socket. So I would show you me getting the oil out, but you're not gonna be able to see it. The vehicle is on the ground, and there's not a lot of space between the drain pan and the bottom of the car. So this drain plug is a very interesting design. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a cam lock with an O-ring, and it's plastic, and it goes into or composite, whatever you want to call it, and it goes into the plastic composite oil pan. I am gonna have to get a slightly shorter extension than this. So I was actually able to get the without the extension to work, to pull it out, because I started with this one, and then when oil started coming out, I couldn't slide the oil pan underneath it. So I was able to push the splash shield up and use the regular socket, but I'm probably going to try to get like really it only needs to be maybe a 1/2 inch to 1 inch extension to be able to get it in the right spot, at least for my drain pan and my wrench. All right, so now I'm gonna stick the drain plug back in here. Scoot my pan over a little bit so I can get it started. Got it started. Go ahead and put my socket wrench on there. And when it's in, it clicks and stops turning. So you don't have to worry about how much torque you're going to put on it, putting a new crush washer on it, any of those types of things. And now I'm going to see if I can get the oil filter off of here.
I've heard that they're extremely tight from the factory. Let's see if I can get it with these. I have a lot of different oil wrench options in my garage because I have a 2003 Audi S6, and its oil filter is in the least convenient spot I think I've ever had. And it holds seems like it holds a quart of oil. And so there's no way to remove it without just making a giant mess all over everything. I had to turn the camera off so I could get my whole body down here in front of it. That thing is quite tight from the factory. I'm pretty sure that exceeds the specs from AC Delco, but go. And I mean, and the oil coming out's pretty clean. I always feel better after driving a new car, I don't know, a couple thousand miles, especially something with a turbo and everything else. Just putting some fresh oil in it. 'Cause you could already see how much better the fuel economy had gotten after those first couple of tanks. It went from getting about 24 on the highway to about 30 on the highway. So it's definitely getting broken in, and it just made me feel a lot better to go ahead and change the oil in it.
So don't ever ask people on the internet what their opinion is on pre-filling an oil filter, because you'll hear all sorts of things. I'm going to go ahead and pre-fill this one just because GM made it pretty easy to fill it and then get it on. Now that it's filled, I'm going to take a little bit, put it on the O-ring. Come on. There we go. Around that. And the directions say to put this on where you snug it up and you give it an extra turn, 3/4 of a turn. The premium AC Delco filter says 3/4 of a turn. This one actually says 1 turn on it.
So now that I got my oil filter pre-filled, let's see how much I can actually keep in the filter, get it put on at the same time. All right, so I would consider that snug. I'm just gonna Alright, yeah, that's good. That's not gonna go anywhere. There you go. Snug plus a little bit.
Now I'm going to come up top and add, it's supposed to take 4.5 liters. So I'll start with 4 plus, and then I'll check it, and then I'll run it a little bit, and then I'll check it again. Now we're going to start it, and I'm going to let it run for a minute, and then we'll reset the oil indicator. I left the little cover off the bottom just so I can run it for a few minutes, make sure that there's no leaks or anything before I put the cover back on. So we're going to start the vehicle. And in your vehicle settings, you go to maintenance, oil life, and then reset. So we'll just let it run for a few minutes, and then I'll check it and get it all buttoned back up. Thanks for hanging out with me while I change the oil. Hopefully you found this informative. I am planning on making a few more GX videos, at least installing the tow bar for the front, probably installing a tow hitch and wiring for the back. If I can figure out how to put HomeLink in this thing, I will definitely make a video on that one as well. Thanks.